everyone, I'm Toufan Daneshmand, Education Standard Supervisor and Auditor, and we are going to talk about the principles of modern education here. I'm so glad to be here as a speaker and instructor of this course. First of all, we want to talk about what is education. Really, the most important question, what is education? Education refers to the discipline that is concerned with methods of teaching and learning in schools or school-like environments, as opposed to various non-formal and informal means of socialization. It's one definition for it. The other definition may be, education's purpose is to replace an empty mind with an open one. It's speaking about the purpose of education in one sentence. The purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows. And it is a very deep sentence about the meaning of the purpose of education. So now, we are going to talk about the purposes and modern methods of education here. Are there also changes to teaching? Here, if you want to answer to this question simply, we'll say yes. Every joy of teaching has a possible frustration related to it. You may wish to make a positive difference in students' lives, but you may also have trouble reaching individuals. A student seems not to learn much, or to be unmotivated, or unfriendly, or whatever. Some teaching problems can be subtle. When you call attention to the wonderful immensity of an area of knowledge, you might accidentally discourage a student by implying that a student can never learn enough. For example, complexity of designing and implementing instruction can sometimes seem overwhelming instead of satisfying. And this point is very important. Unexpected events in your classroom can become chaos rather than an attractive novelty. To paraphrase a popular self-help book, sometimes bad things happen to good teachers. Yeah, bad things happen to good teachers. But as in the rest of life, the bad things of teaching do not negate the value of a good. Teaching is different from in the past. Nowadays, we should pay attention to this important point that teaching here and in modern education is different from in the past. In the past decade or two, teaching has changed significantly. So much, in fact, that schools may not be what some of us remember from our own childhood. Changes have affected both the opportunities and the challenges of teaching, as well as the attitudes, knowledge, and skills needed to prepare for a teaching career. To see what we mean, you should look briefly at 4 new trends in education and how they have changed what teachers do in the past and here now, and how you will therefore need to prepare to teach. What skills you need to prepare yourself for teaching. First, you should increase. The first point is increase diversity. And one of the most important points. There are more differences among students than there used to be in the past times. Diversity has made teaching more fulfilling as a career, but also made more challenging in certain respects. The other, increased instructional technology. As you know, classrooms, schools, and students use computers more often today than in the past for research, writing, communicating, and keeping records. Technology has created new ways for students to learn. For example, here we are talking through internet together and hundreds of miles far away from each other. It has also altered how teachers can teach most effectively, and even raised issues about what constitutes true teaching and learning. Greater accountability in education is very important. Both the public and educators themselves pay more attention than in the past to how to assess learning a good quality of teaching. The attention has increased the importance of education to the public. Good thing, it's a good thing, and improved education for some students. The other point is increased professionalism of teachers. Now, more than ever, teachers are able to assess the quality of their own work as well as that of colleagues, and to take steps to improve it when necessary. Professionalism improves teaching, but by creating higher standards of practice, it also creates greater awareness about whether particular teachers and schools are good enough. It's very important to point on this word, enough. Diversity in students. Students have of course always been diverse, whether in the past or in the present day. Students learn at unique paces, show unique personalities, and learn in their own ways. In recent decades, though the forms and extent of diversity have increased, now more than ever teachers are likely to serve students from diverse language backgrounds, to serve more individuals with special educational needs, and to teach students either younger and older than in the past. You know, now, in this time, it is more than the past time that the people in older ages or younger ages are studying the same titles, the same topics. Language diversity. The other point, though, is one of the most important, is language diversity. Take the case of language diversity. In the United States, about 40 million people, or 14% of the population, are Hispanic. About 20% of these speak primarily Spanish, and approximately another 50% speak only limited English. The educators are responsible for children in this group and need to accommodate the instruction to these students somehow. Part of the solution, of course, is to arrange specialized second language teachers and classes. But as you know, adjustment must also happen in regular classrooms of various grade levels of subjects.